Okay, those of you who chose image one, we'll be talking about how to heal your relationship with money and just overall improving your abundance mindset. That way, you're able to attract money and wealth more effortlessly. So, I first wanted to get into maybe some type of money blockages that you're having, or just anything that's kind of like delaying money coming in, money flowing in. So, with Seven of Pentacles here, it's making me think that you guys, feel the need that you have to work hard to get money. And yes, to a certain extent, you do need to work hard, but working smarter is even more important. And also, just like with the working hard thing, it's possible to overwork yourself and you can get burnt out. And I feel like when people think that they have to work extremely hard, like say for instance, maybe you work overtime, you work multiple jobs, or like you have a job and you have like a bunch of side hustles and stuff, and it's like you don't really give yourself time to like relax. That's kind of like having like a lack mindset regarding money. And like, trust me, I get it, because in this economy is hard, right? And everyone is saying, oh, you need to have, multiple streams of income, this and that. And to, like, I get it to a certain extent, it's true, but at the same time, you don't want to overwork yourself, and you don't want to show the universe um that you think that you have to work hard to get everything. All right. Work on trying to attract things instead of like burning yourself out to, reach your financial goals. Of course, you have to put in some work, but don't go overboard with it. Okay. And with the moon being here, it's making me think maybe some of you guys have a lack of clarity, or like you don't have a clear path to like the career that you want. Like maybe you're working at a job that doesn't align with what you want in a career. Like maybe it's just not fulfilling, maybe it's not as high paying as you'd like. So there may be a need to like shift careers possibly for some of you. And for those of you who feel uncertain about what type of career path is for you, I would recommend doing shadow work. And it's interesting because we have the shadow work oracle card that came up. But yeah, doing some shadow work just to get clear on what you want out of a career, because yes, of course we want something that is high paying, that way we can meet all of our financial needs and still have money left over to invest and to spend on ourselves, to just treat ourselves. But also, you need a career that will be fulfilling for you, right? So that's really important. I would recommend getting clear on that. That way, your work won't necessarily feel like work, right? Or a burden to you. You'll actually enjoy what you're doing. Because I feel like for some of you, you've been working really hard and maybe you're feeling a little bit stuck now, or you're feeling like, or you're just like lacking clarity. It's kind of like, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my career? And Spirit is saying that, um, do some shadow work, do some self reflection, and really figure out what you want to actually do. Don't listen to other people's inputs. Just figure out what you want to actually do, put effort into it, but don't overwork yourself. And I feel like once you shift your mindset, like from thinking you need to work hard and into like working smarter and allowing yourself to rest and getting more clear about your career goals and financial goals, you'll get a lot of positive news regarding money and career, possibly, like a new dream job, right? And I feel like you will be overcoming financial difficulties if you had some like in the past, or if you're currently experiencing it right now. Once you stop working so hard and start working more strategically and being more in alignment with what you want to do, what your heart wants, you will experience more financial abundance. And I just feel like you'll be accomplishing a lot with the Three of Cups here. That's all about accomplishments, fulfillment. So definitely, I feel like, yeah, it's like once you change your mindset, you will be achieving all your financial goals and just all your general life goals. And with the Sun Oracle card being here, it's just making me think that your work is aligned with your soul's purpose, or your life path or something like that. So maybe you're not at a job right now or in a career field that aligns with your soul's purpose, but Spirit is saying you need to be focused on your soul's purpose, like what you came here to do. And I feel like it's tied to your career as well. So um say for instance, I'll just use myself for example. Say for instance that you have a life path number of 7, and seven is related to spirituality, things like that. So maybe you need to pursue a career that's more spiritual, it's less traditional or something like that. So maybe you might be a tarot reader, some sort of healer, anything like that. That's just an example, right? But I would recommend looking at your birth chart, really studying your birth chart, look at your life path number, And what's in your 10th house, like your midheaven or whatever, look at that because that relates to career as well. But yeah, really, it's kind of like you need to learn yourself, learn your purpose, and get aligned with that, and you will achieve your financial goals. And also with the Three of Cups being here and Six of Cups coming up right next to it, it's making me think that you will be attracting more people who are like beneficial to you regarding your finances and your career. So maybe you'll be strengthening your professional network, and you'll be making connections with people who could get you into the door, maybe for a certain position that aligns with you. I just feel like people will be more helpful towards you and really help you get into doors, right? And with the Hierophant card, you can look, it's kind of like the figure is like in this like, is it like triangle shape, whatever, in this like boundaries thing. So it's just making me think maybe you thought you were stuck. Maybe if you're working at a certain job right now, maybe you're thinking that you're stuck, like, oh, I'm gonna have to do this for the rest of my life, or oh, I'm gonna have to work so hard for the rest of my life. And that's not true. You're able to be free and be very abundant. And with the Page of Swords being here, it's working on your mindset, right? um just gaining mental clarity into what you want to do, and just strategize how you want to do that. Be creative, right? I feel like a lot of you, those of you who choose pile one, I feel like this is like a creative pile, a very spiritual pile as well. Maybe some of you guys, maybe you'll work in a creative industry, maybe like art, music, something like that, or you'll be doing something spiritual, something like that. Maybe even fashion. I don't know, just something like less traditional, less businessy, less corporate-y, if that makes sense. And but the Venus card being here, yeah, it's just making me think you will be very abundant once you align with your soul's purpose. And I feel like your purpose is tied to your career. Like I mentioned earlier, I feel like a lot of you guys will, you're meant to be in a more creative or spiritual career. So I feel like those types of careers will bring you guys a lot of abundance and a lot of money, right? And we have the go for it card, reach for the moon. So, right, don't be afraid to go after whatever creative career, whatever creative project. Maybe even you want to start your own, business in a creative or spiritual field, whatever it is. Don't be afraid to go for it. Go after your dreams, right? Um, it's kind of like you're overcoming like mental boundaries. Maybe you've been feeling like you were stuck, or you felt like you were stuck in the past, but Spirit is saying just to go for it. And with the shadow work, as I mentioned earlier, yeah, it's just about like you just need to gain clarity on what you actually want to do. And once you gain that clarity, go for it. And it's going to be a new beginning with this new moon, a new beginnings card. Yeah, just I feel like, yeah, once you make that mindset shift, once you get clear on your goals, it'll be a new beginning. So you will no longer be in a lack mindset. You'll no longer be lacking anything. You'll be very abundant, and money will flow to you very easily. So yeah, definitely just work on your mindset, get clear about what you want to do, align with your soul's purpose. And I feel like your soul's purpose is related to your career, or business, whatever you want to do. But I definitely feel like it's more of a non-traditional career. So maybe if you're working at a super like corporate office job, maybe you're unhappy with that, and you're unhappy with it because it's not for you. You're meant to be creative, or you're meant to be spiritual, something like that. So yeah, that was it. Thank you for watching Pal One. Let me know in the comments if it resonated. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, those of you who chose image two, today we'll be talking about how you can heal your relationship with money, overcome any money blockages that you're experiencing, and just overall like improving your abundance mindset. That way you're able to attract money effortlessly. So with the Justice card coming up, it's making me think maybe some of you have been imbalanced when it comes to your money and finances. There's definitely a need to be practical with your finances and be very responsible with the Emperor card. Yeah, definitely be responsible with your money. Maybe just for some of you, this might not apply to all of you, but maybe you guys, let's just say, I'm trying, I'm kind of getting in this energy. Maybe some of you gave your money to people and maybe they didn't pay you back, or I don't know. It's something went on with, I don't know, or maybe you made like a risky investment. And it just did not turn out well. Something, I just feel like maybe something happened with your finances, and Spirit is saying you just need to be more responsible. So yeah, like there was some sort of imbalance. It could have been a bad purchase, a bad investment, or maybe you gave your money to someone who said they will pay you back and they didn't pay you back, and I don't know. But yeah, and then with the hanged one being here, it's making me think some of you have been experiencing like financial anxiety or some sort of like financial difficulties, but there's a need to like change your perspective. So even if you aren't where you want to be financially, there's a need to change your perspective and change your mindset, because your life, your finances can completely transform and just do a complete 180 where you're attracting money easily. Okay. So, yeah, maybe you experience some financial difficulties, but I feel like that's coming to an end. Yeah, Five of Cups, that's like related to pain. So, yeah, there may have been some pain regarding your finances. Maybe some of you, um, gave your money to a friend, a family member. They said they would pay you back. They didn't pay you back. And maybe that kind of, hurt you, or maybe made you not trust others and stuff like that. So, or like, even if that didn't happen, I just feel like maybe there was some sort of financial setback. Like maybe you lost your job, for instance, or you got laid off, something like that. But I feel like there's more opportunities that will come to you. I feel like with the transformation card being here, yeah, you're definitely in a period of transformation. So, yeah, maybe you lost a stream of income, you lost a job, you lost money to an investment, you lost money when you lended it to someone. But now's the time to release that. With the releasing card, yeah, definitely just release that pain, release any sort of anger, because I feel like you will be attracting more money. You will no longer be having these financial setbacks and these financial losses. And also, with the devil tarot card being here, I just looked it up. Like regarding money, it says like you're too focused on materialistic success and not on long term financial stability. So this might apply to some of you. As I mentioned earlier, maybe like a risky investment, possibly gambling or something. Like maybe you haven't been investing and saving for your long term financial goals. Maybe you've been focused on the short term. Um, and there's a need to kind of like shift that and have a more long-term perspective. That way you're able to prepare yourself and set yourself up for success in the future, right? You can't just think short term, you have to be thinking long term. But now is the time to transform. And as I mentioned earlier, and with this, the Emperor card, right, that's all about control. You have to be in control of your finances, right? So yeah, you're transforming and you're going to release any type of negative financial mindset that you have, any type of negative habits, money habits that you have, any type of pain that you've experienced regarding money. Now is the time to release that, because with the support card, I feel like you're going to be getting more financial support, whether it be like a new job, people coming into your life, basically like helping you with opportunities, helping you grow your wealth, things like that. And yeah, just with cleansing, yeah, cleansing out that negative energy, those negative money habits, any type of limiting thoughts regarding money. And with the rainbow being here, it's definitely, I feel like now you're going to be happy regarding your finances. Like you're stepping into that era where finances will no longer be like an issue for you, and you'll no longer be stressed about it. So yeah, with the Knight of Cups being here, interesting that this card also has a rainbow on it. So yeah, definitely positive financial news coming to you, I think, very soon. Like I'm getting this energy. You'll be receiving like job offers, new job opportunities, right? Maybe increasing your network, strengthening your network, and people will be referring you to opportunities. Nine of Cups, another rainbow. Yeah, so this is definitely positive, you guys. I feel like y'all were in a dark space regarding money, regarding finances. But with the Wheel of Fortune here, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. But with the Wheel of Fortune here is just making me think how is like your luck and just like your finances in general is being turned around in your favor. And you're going to have a lot of luck, a lot of abundance regarding your money and finances, okay? Right, because Nine of Cups is all about good fortune and financial stability. So as I mentioned earlier, I feel like you guys were imbalanced and not really financially stable at first or in the past, but now that is changing. Okay, you're about to be financially stable. Money is about to be flowing to y'all, because with the Cups energy, we had Knight of Cups and Nine of Cups. That's water sign energy. Water, it flows, right? So I feel like money is just going to be flowing to you. You're going to be in a good financial state for sure. Good fortune, good luck. And with the Queen of Swords being here, it's basically like, I feel like right now, yeah, you're changing your money mindset, or you need to change your money mindset to a more abundant mindset, because I'm thinking for some of you, honestly, for like everyone who watches this pal, I know everyone has different financial situations, but I feel like for everyone who watches this pal, like you've been through a financial setback, whether that have been, losing your job, being unemployed for months, maybe even years, or you just had some sort of anxiety regarding your finances. Maybe if nothing necessarily bad has, happened, or anything drastic has happened, I just feel like there's been some sort of anxiety regarding your finances. And now is the time to work on your mentality and your mindset regarding money, because as you can see with the Wheel of Fortune here, you're going to be very lucky regarding your finances and money. Like, I feel like money is just going to start flowing to you. But the first thing you need to do is change your mindset, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, well, let me just kind of like end it off with this. Yeah, releasing card. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but yeah, just releasing any type of financial stress, any type of financial anxiety, releasing that, and completely transform yourself, completely transform your mindset, and you'll be able to, attract money. Okay. So love that for you guys. Pal 2. Let me know in the comments if it resonated. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, those of you who chose image 3, today we'll be talking about how you can improve your relationship with money, overcome any type of money blockages, and just overall improving your abundance mindset. That way you're able to attract money effortlessly, right? And it'll just be flowing to you. So first, when I pulled these cards, I wanted to get an idea if you had any type of money blockages. So patience came out, right? So it's just making me think maybe some of you guys have been impatient and there's a need for patience, and take a risk came out. So I feel like maybe some of you guys have been risky when it comes to your finances. So maybe possibly overspending, like maybe I'm kind of thinking maybe some of y'all have credit card debt, for like, and not for like anything you necessarily need, but more for wants, like maybe shopping, clothes, things like that. And there's just a need to be more, um how can I say, more responsible with your finances, and be more patient. And also with this patience card, it's just making me think, uh handling your finances in a way that will set you up for success in your future, right? Because this came up in pile 2 as well, so maybe you were drawn to pile 2, so maybe you might want to watch that pile as well. But yeah, a lot of times, and I feel like this is very relevant. Let me know in the comments if you're a Gen Z or a millennial, because I feel like it's very common in our generations to be focused so much on the short term that we don't invest and we don't save money for our future, right? So, yeah, now is the time to really think about that, and try to avoid financial risk. I know the card says take a risk, but just the energy I'm getting, like, I feel like maybe you've been too risky with your finances, and there's just a need to be more strategic and not so risky, and just be more balanced, because we have the temperance card. So there's definitely a need to be more balanced with your finances. So I'm not saying not to spend money on things you want, things that make you happy. Of course you can do that, set money aside for that, but don't go overboard with it, especially for now. Like, maybe you don't, um maybe you're not making a lot of money at this moment, maybe. So yeah, just try to, I would say, just try to budget, right? Definitely don't deprive yourself. I'm not saying that, but just be more strategic and be more balanced, because with the Fool card being here, it's just making me think you kind of just been like just spending your money and not really thinking about the future, basically. So yeah, it's making me think of emotional spending, right? So yeah, that's not good. We don't want to emotionally spend, right? Like, I get it. Maybe if you're sad or something, or you're just bored at home, you can just like go on Amazon, right, and just purchase a bunch of stuff. But if you've been doing things like that, now is the time to stop that impulsive behavior, stop the emotional spending, and really start thinking about your future, right? With the focus card, focus on the future. I feel like that's what Spirit is saying. Focus on the future, and not so much on the short term. Like, now is the time to, make plans, so that way you're able to be financially free in your future, right? With knowledge being here, it's just making me think possibly, it will be very beneficial for you to learn more about financial literacy. If you haven't, done so already, there's plenty of free financial literacy courses and YouTube videos, and also blog articles, right, that you can access and really learn just the basics of financial literacy. Not saying you have to learn every single thing, but I think that could be very beneficial. Like I said, just being more strategic with your finances, and financial literacy is important if you want to build long-term wealth. So definitely I do recommend that for you guys. And with avoid drama, right, this is making me think, just avoid, it's like avoid impulsive shopping habits or just impulsive behavior. Avoid, also, it's making me think, avoid the hype, because I feel like maybe for some of you guys, like, say for instance, maybe some of you guys watch TikTok a lot, and TikTok is constantly pushing products, like trendy products and stuff like that, and you need to avoid the hype. Like, don't just buy into things. You don't always have to buy everything when there's a new trend, a new product out. Avoid that, right? Because I feel like some of you guys possibly lost a decent amount of money from things that you don't necessarily need. Um, so yeah, with cut your losses being here, yeah, just kind of like, you know, how can I say it? How can I say it? I don't know. The only thing I could really say is just avoid the emotional spending, right? And then we have Black Moon, Lilith, and Cancer card. Honor your emotions, it says. So yeah, it's definitely important to be emotionally aware, and stop yourself when you feel like you're emotionally spending, right? Like maybe you're sad and you're just like, oh, I want to treat myself. But do you have to treat yourself to something like $300 shoes or something, or a $300 purse or something? Like, no, you don't need to spend that much money. Maybe you buy something more affordable, or I don't know, maybe take a walk in nature, go to a park, I don't know, go to the beach. But avoid the overspending, avoid emotional spending, because if you don't, it will just get out of control, and it could just be really bad. And then we have Black Moon, Lilith, and Sagittarius. Free yourself, right? So free yourself from thinking that you have to buy into certain trends and you have to keep up with the Joneses, things like that. Free yourself from that. Free yourself from impulsive buying habits, right? Free yourself. And then we have the fermentation card, patience and maturity. So yeah, there's definitely a need to, I feel like there's a need to like really kind of like evaluate what you want to buy. Like if you're interested in making a purchase, really evaluate how that purchase will benefit you, and like what is your return on the investment. Basically, like there's a need to really think about that, because I feel like for a lot of you guys, you just been spending, and you maybe possibly you regret what, like you regret buying what you bought maybe like months later, or maybe even shorter than that. And it's okay, because we're all guilty of that, but there's a need to be more mature regarding your finances. And with maturity, is also making me think long term, right? Because I'm pretty sure that people watching this are young, like maybe 20s, 30s. And there's a need to um, be more mature regarding your finances and think about the future, maybe even investing for retirement, something like that. Like really start setting yourself up for success. That way you're not having to work as hard when you're older, right? And then we have Mercury, communication and truth, right? Okay, with the Mercury card being here, it's making me think of Gemini, like the Gemini zodiac, because Mercury rules over Gemini and it also rules over Virgo as well. So it's kind of like two sides to Mercury, right? So the Gemini side is more of the playful side. It's more of the don't get me wrong, Geminis are very smart, but they don't always think long term and they don't always think strategically, right? And Virgo, and I feel like Virgo is the more analytical side, and that's the side that you need to be embracing, right? So being more strategic, being more analytical, analyzing what you want to purchase, and um, just making sure like whatever you buy will be benefiting you, and it's something that you actually want or something that you actually need, and you're not just following trends, right? But yeah, that's basically it, pile 3. Let me know in the comments if it resonated. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Okay, my subscriber goal is to reach 500 by the end of 2024 or early 2025. I'm gonna get it, period. I'm gonna speak it into existence. So make sure to also share my channel if you really like it. But thank you all for watching.